What's up? I'm gonna do a quick video. I want to show you guys something that helped me out. Before I even get into this video, I want to give props to In the Fast Lane. He has his YouTube channel, so check him out. He got awesome Honda tips for turbo and other things like that. Not only for turbo, but a whole lot of Honda tips. Um, so I was having trouble with my turbo. It kept having oil residue. Well, sometimes it have a little puddle of oil in the inlet of the turbo where the propeller spin, or you put your air filter or whatever filter you want to put. But in the inlet of the turbo, I kept noticing there was oil. So I got on Google, did some research, and tried to figure out what was the problem. This is a new turbo. You guys know I just put this together, and trying to get everything situated so I can take it to get it tuned. I put a new clutch. I found out I gotta break the clutch in before I can go get it tuned. So I'm driving around trying to break in the clutch, and I find out that I have oil in the inlet. So let me show you what I'm talking about and what was the reason why I was having oil in the inlet. I was doing some Google research, and they kept saying check your drain, check your drain, check your oil drain. If the oil ain't draining right, then it'll back up into the turbo, and then the oil pressure that's backing up in the turbo will force it through either the inlet or the exhaust side of it. So I kept checking my drain. My drain looked good. I'm just switching angles of the drain tube and all that kind of different stuff. And I come across this video on YouTube by this gentleman named In the Fast Lane. So I'm gonna show you what's up and what he told me to, not told me, but in his video, what he says to check for. And I believe it worked. I haven't put it back together to test it yet, but I believe it's gonna work because what I found. So check this out. Alright, so I just want to show y'all what I'm talking about in the turbo inlet. This is the inlet side of the turbo. Sorry for the lighting. There we go. You can see right now, and I actually had cleaned it, so it must have came back out a little bit more. But if you look right there, you can see it's kind of brownish yellow. Well, that's oil. And I was wondering why was oil coming through here. And like I say, I Googled and did some research, looked at YouTube videos. And one guy was saying you might get a little bit because they use oil when they put the turbo together. So it's like break-in oil. But it shouldn't be that much, and it shouldn't last long. Well, mine keep coming back, so I know it ain't break-in oil. Once again, sorry about the lighting. So this oil residue right here, you know, you can, you probably can't see it, but yeah, there you go. See that shiny stuff? That's oil. So that's troubling me. I want to figure out why was it doing that. So I Googled, went to YouTube. I come across this gentleman by the name of In the Fast Lane. This is what he told me to do. I'm gonna go into the car real quick. Try to hurry up because I forgot to put the other jack under here so I can have extra safety precaution. Alright, now this oil pan is a Moroso oil pan. It already has the bung made into it, so you can put your drain hose in it. Well, when you take this oil pan off, there's a windage cover. This bung is above the windage tray. So your oil level is supposed to be under this bung, which is the oil drain from the turbo. Like I say, I'm wearing the headlamp that got lighting, so you probably not gonna be able to see it, but that hose right here is coming from the bottom of my turbo, the drain part. And then this bronze fitting goes into that bung right there. So the problem is, In the Fast Lane says, take this drain tube out of the bung and see if oil pour out. And that's what I did. And Lord behold, when I took this fitting out of that bung, oil started to pour out, but I put it back real quick because that's good oil. So I went to find something to catch it that was clean so I can reuse it if need be. So when I pulled it all the way out, I kid you not, it must have drained. I haven't measured it yet, but at least about a quart and a half, maybe 2 quarts of oil. Now, the car was raised in the air in the angle and it leaked that much. So what I did, I started to lower the car little by little to make it like level. So when the car is level, it's still pouring out. So I caught whatever was pouring out when it was level, and when it stopped pouring out, I raised the car back up. So let me tell you what the problem is. If you have oil all the way up to this bung, then the oil that's draining from the turbo is going into the oil that's already in the pan, and it's like hitting a brick wall. It's blocked off. So the oil from here can't go in the pan because it's already too full. The oil in the pan is already covering the fitting. So the oil that's in this tube has nowhere to go but back up to the turbo. And once it goes back up to the turbo, that oil builds up in there, the pressure builds up, and it starts spitting it out whichever way it could go. Whether it's through the inlet, the exhaust side, or sometimes the bolts where you clock the turbo, sometimes you see oil escaping through there. So this oil pan is supposed to be a 4 quart oil pan, the regular 4 quart for Honda. But something ain't right. Either my dipstick isn't measuring for this pan right, which is the stock GSR dipstick, and I also got the B20 dipstick, because this is a B20 block. I put the GSR oil pan on there. Now, I took the GSR dipstick and put it side by side with the B20 dipstick, and they're exactly the same. So I don't know what's up with that. So I know when I do put the car down and put the dipstick in, it's probably gonna say my oil is low. But all I have to do is remember, or maybe mark, where my oil is right now. And from now on, when I add oil, I just have to put the oil wherever my oil is right now. And then that'll stop the oil from coming out of the turbo being blocked by the oil that's already in the oil pan, creating that buildup and blowing out of the inlet side of the turbo. So hopefully that helped you guys. I drained the oil till it stopped dripping out. Now I'm gonna put my drain back on, drive it around for a little bit, and hopefully that helps. I believe it will, because it all makes sense. If the oil out here that's coming through here can't escape, it'll just build back up into the turbo, and hey, it has to go somewhere. So it finds a way to escape, and usually it finds its way through some part of the turbo. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. And once again, I want to give a shout out to In the Fast Lane. It has an awesome channel, and it's mostly, well, all that I've seen, he's giving you tips on how to fix Hondas, whether it's turbo, non-turbo. He even has tips on how to rebuild turbo. So check him out. Alright, y'all. Catch y'all later. Hope this video helped. Late.